If you want respect, you gotta earn it. You damn right.
Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Back to it. Here to do it. It's hard to earn. Your boy Tours of the building.
Bonsu Thompson. You already know what it is, man. Hard to earn is back in the building.
Big facts, big facts. Thanks y'all for tapping in with us. Another great conversation we got lined up. You know, we like to do the classic albums, and we like to pull up some of these new projects.
Got to, man.
As well, man.
Got to,
so
man.
Today, this episode is 2 Chainz' Dope Don't Sell Itself.
It doesn't.
Does it not, though?
It does not.
I thought that when I first heard that title, I thought it was the contradiction of it. I thought dope does sell itself. It's already dope. It's like you don't got to promote it.
No, that's not true. You know how many dope ass MCs do we know that didn't really get the love they were supposed to get?
They didn't sell themselves.
They didn't sell it because they don't sell it.
Got it.
You need
Dope
something.
doesn't. 2 Chainz' 6th solo album, 7th in total.
Yeah.
B, what's your take on 2 Chainz?
2 Chainz is interesting, man, because it's like he falls into like that quintessential Southern rapper artist, trap rapper, but he also is barred up at times.
At times,
right? And I think that's kind of what my issue is with 2 Chainz sometimes, because like he gets lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he could play around with the lingo, and I wish a nigga would like a kitchen cabinet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
you love referencing that word,
it's hilarious. It's terribly good. That's why. It's a terribly good line. He can go bar for bar with any of the top dudes when he wants to. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't always do it. And I think like that lack of consistent top tier lyricism when I know he's capable of it is a little bit annoying at times. You know?
I think that's us as fans, as you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
For lack of a better term, purists, right? We love this shit. But you look at, you call it like the Cameron effect, right? When Cameron was rapping his best raps,
great example.
He was not the most successful rapper.
No.
As he started to pull back on the lyricism, he became more and more, you know what I'm saying? Became more and more palatable and definitely way more monetarily at least successful in what you want to do. And ultimately, part of the game and part of the goal is to get to the bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think 2 Chainz understands that. He understands that. He don't gotta go so hard. He don't gotta go barred up. When he wants to, I think he can show flashes. But for the most part, he does what's easy. What comes natural, what's easy to him. And like I said, we on album number 7.
I think the only space for him to the only way for him to go to that next level is to stay consistently lyrically.
Precisely.
To actually try. I'm not saying he could. I'm just saying, but like to try to make the J. Coles and the Kendricks his peers.
Right.
From the South.
Right.
But Tip used to balance that perfectly.
Right. I feel like. And that brings us right to where we at, right? The new album, Dope Don't Sell Itself, because what I've been waiting for from 2 Chainz for a couple of albums now is that moment.
Right.
Is that I made a bunch of money, I'm an entrepreneur, you know I know how to make hit records, I got a ton of plaques, I got a ton of accolades. Now I just really want to focus in on this rapping shit and show y'all, for whomever is a doubter or non-believer, that I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Because you said we've seen him rap with some of the best of them, some of the people that we consider to be top tier MCs, and he's held his own. So like, why not really just tap in and give us that?
He's rap with the best.
Give us that on the album.
Yeah.
I didn't get that this album.
I mean, we got glimpses line-wise, but like, there's maybe 2 whole verses that I was really rocking with. Like maybe 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's some lines here, but like, and you know what I'll give him credit for? I think, the production, again, big part of your music. The production holds up well for the most part. And he used a lot of new producers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To give them a shot. But the funny thing is, sometimes like the production from the newer cats actually is better than 2 Chainz' lyrical performance. Let's get into it, man. Let's set it right off, bet it back. Yeah.
First joint on the album after the, intro or whatever. It's a good high energy record. You know what I mean? I think it was a good, energetic way to start the project. I think Steve Francis got an unnecessary stray.
Ooh, unnecessary? It was accurate.
It's accurate. It's unnecessary because why?
Yeah, why? Like,
why you bring that man up for?
That man's from Maryland.
That man do nothing. Nobody asked me, no problems. You know what I mean? He didn't show up at the NBA 75 looking for a jacket. He just doing his thing.
What, he wasn't whispering in Magic Johnson's ear?
Yeah, nah. He wasn't feeling on Mary J. Blige.
Unfortunately.
Like some legends.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so let me see. What's the bar? Off the rap game, I bought 3 mansions. You niggas ain't aging well. You like Steve Francis. Yeah. Like a janitor, I got keys dancing. Last plaque I got, I had to freelance it. I don't necessarily understand that part.
Freelance it. I think he was. I assumed he was talking about like he got the plaque because he did a feature.
Yeah,
remember he was leading the game in features for me.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, that's what I got from it.
That's what I assumed.
But yeah, overall it's a cool joint. You know, like I said, high energy joint. 2 Chainz is doing what he does. Nothing really stellar lyrically on it, but very much 2 Chainz for the 2 Chainz fans. Exactly. I think is what you expect.
Quality energy. It's a good warm up. It gets us right into the record.
No doubt. I work hard to get where I'm at. Look at where I'm at. I like that bar because that's real life shit.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? What'd you give it?
8.
Gave it an 8.
Solid 8.
I gave it an 8, and then I went back.
You went 7.5.
I gave it 7.5 because there's some other 8s on the album that I didn't think it was as good as.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this for me, and I mean, spoiler alert: this album is not rated high. It's not highly rated. It's not highly rated for me at all. And I'm a Chainz fan. Like I'm a fan of Chainz music.
We know.
I think he says witty shit. I know he can go. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll argue anybody down. He can go.
Yeah, for sure. He's rhymed with the best and done his thing. Like
and he's super successful. He's a cool dude, good dude. Super, you know what I'm saying? Been around him.
Great personality.
Yeah. Hung out with him at the studio. Interviewed him. Yeah. I hung out with him in the strip club. We've been in each other's presence numerous times. Right. So I like Chainz, but I keep waiting for. That's why I want the best for you.
Exactly.
That's why you want more. I keep waiting for that. Yeah. That project.
I feel like that Rick Ross verses, man, like really kind of showed exactly like why. You know what I'm saying? What I feel like he's missing. Like
you saw, you really saw the difference. Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Y'all are supposed to be peers. Right. Like Rick Ross, y'all are supposed to be peers, and like there was a gap there, man. And it's not like you didn't have records. Right. It was like those records don't move the way some of his album records move. Like why is that?
You think about it, right? And that was almost like the start of it's not always about the hit record.
No.
It's about the feel of the record. It's about the impact. It's about what the record does. Like. I don't remember exactly what records were played, but 2 Chainz got records that are bigger than Santorini Grease.
Absolutely.
Santorini Grease
they hurt the same.
Santorini Grease is something special, though.
Rick Ross, while again, Rick Ross isn't like top 3 lyrically, he still always delivers.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? He's never lazy.
He puts a lot more emphasis on making good music.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. He puts a lot more emphasis on making. He respects the music, so he makes good music. Exactly. So we're gonna get into the next joint, Pop Music, featuring Moneybagg Yo and Beat King. It's one of the singles off the project. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
It's not my mix, but I mean, I think it does what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think actually we were talking about Titty lyrically, but like. He paints a picture, you know what I'm saying? You can see homegirl, you know, she got her ass done. She's outside. Her friend is her champion. She's her hype woman. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see them taking pictures. She dancing. He painted a very good picture. I mean, he could have mailed it in and just talked about the usual shit, which he does often on this joint. But like with this one, I actually appreciated it. Like, you know, it's a hit single. It's a club record, but also like he paints us that setting. You know what I'm saying? Very well. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that lyrically.
Yeah, he can do that. I think he can do that with ease. I think he does that without trying. Like to be able to stay on topic and paint the picture and all that. But I feel like because he can do that with ease, I don't give the credit for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I listen to the Continents record, and again, I know where records and aim for. It was one of the most added records. Like it did what it needed to do, right? It's what you got to do. It's the music and it's the business. But I just want more. I want more. And I almost feel like this record is a step back. I almost feel like he regressed a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, because it's just a lot more the same, but not done as well as he's done in the past.
Yeah, I just thought it was what it was.
It is what it is.
Rare.
But
again, it's not my type of record, but right. For those who like I mean, I think it has elements
like it's not as good as Birthday Song.
Of course not, right? It's not as good.
But it's really the same record. Right. It's the same attempt. It's the same type of record, but it's not as good.
Which is why I gave it an 8.
Oh, okay.
And I would have gave Birthday, you know, like a 9.
Right.
You know what
Well, I gave it a 7.
Give it a 7.
Yeah. The beats, the bars, not very special for me.
Moneybagg Yo is going to do what he does.
Which is?
Rhyme off beat. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Now, he'll give you that real, he'll give you that street talk, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's like,
It's also a weird combination. I guess the Beat King aspect of it.
I mean, he made sense on this record. It's just, here's what it is. You're gonna get with if you're a fan of that type of shit. Again, it's hard for me to love MCs who occasionally rhyme off beat. That's just my thing. So I mean, like no shit at all. I mean, that's accepted nowadays.
Right, for sure.
We talk about Kodak Black. Like I fuck with certain Kodak Black songs, but he does that consistently.
Kodak got a lot of good records.
He does, but he also.
Let me not say a lot because the internet, they'll staple me to a lot. He got joints though.
I love the No Flocking record. I have friends who
Flocking is excellent,
but he's also offbeat on that shit a lot.
Yeah, man. Wasn't a special joint to me, man.
Moving along.
Kingpen Ghostwriter.
Kingpen Ghostwriter. That's a heavy title, man.
I was gonna say when I saw the title, I was like, wow, you can go a few different places with that. I like the title. I want to see where he takes it, and I wasn't disappointed. It wasn't what I thought it could be.
I like this track though.
I like the track.
Buddha Blues.
Yeah. I like the track.
Yeah.
Even the title like is a double entendre, right?
Right. Yep.
Kingpen.
Yep.
Ghostwriter.
Yep.
Or a kingpin could be my ghostwriter because the shit I talk about, right?
Kingpin.
The pen shit. Yeah. So yeah, I like that. And then we spoke about this on numerous occasions, but Lil Baby is my favorite rapper of the new generation of rappers. That boy raps. Bigger than the rapping shit. He finds these really, really intricate pockets and he nails them shits. I'm like, yo, how you find that little part between the snare and the kick to go in on and really like drill at?
I'll be fascinated at his delivery. Like, I'm like, yo, he could also remove like a word or two from every bar. Like, he gets every single word.
But clarity. With clarity. Yeah.
Like,
shout out to Lil Baby.
Raps, man. And again, he got Chainz on this record.
For sure. Easy.
He got Chainz on his record. I'm like, you can't have a guest, you can't have the guy, right, the new guy on your record and as a veteran and get your ass beat.
Yeah. Like, because he's gonna show up.
That's why you got him on the record.
He's gonna show up. Like, that's what he does. He's done it time and time again. He shows up on his records, on features. So that you gotta bring your hard hat and your lunch pail to the studio that day and really get to work.
Teflon vest, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Lil Baby. When it come to trapping, I'm like 2-3. That was a 2 Chainz bar. Mm-hmm. Again, it's a lot of more of the same. It's no new ground covered. What else? Water on the neck, it ain't tap. I thought those lines were cute.
Yeah.
But overall, not a lot of new ground covered. But when Lil Baby comes in is where the record gets exciting. Yeah. For me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean,
the beat is dope.
I like, the hook is cool. The beat is tough. It's interesting because there's really not a lot I don't like about this record. Is like the weak point happens to be 2 Chainz.
Just so happens.
The author.
What'd you give it?
8.5.
8.5. Okay.
Yeah.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah. Solid joint.
More like 8. Yeah.
Solid joint. Next joint featuring Roddy Ricch.
Ooh,
outstanding.
I'm very interested in hearing what you think about this record.
Well, set it off, B.
Hit Boy produced it.
Oh, is that a Hit Boy joint?
Hit Boy, it's a Hit Boy record, yeah. Hit Boy produced it. heavy trap keys, got that gospel bass. I'm a big fan of Roddy Ricch, man.
What about the producer?
Huh? Am I a big fan of Hit Boy? I appreciate him. He's good.
All right.
He's a good producer.
Nah, I think so.
He's a good producer.
I think previous episodes may challenge what you just said here.
I mean, we can talk about King's Disease 2 all day.
No, we're not.
Do that.
No, we can't. No, actually, we can't.
I want to focus. I actually like this beat. You know what I'm saying? Actually,
say what you were saying.
I actually like this. I'm trying to. I actually like this beat. I like this beat. I really like Roddy Ricch. Big fan of Roddy Ricch. He just really talented with melodies. I feel like this record could have been really boring. You know what I'm saying? It could have been nothing, and like he just came in and just gave it
some energy.
Yeah, he's like he has a certain. It's not even that he's good with melody. He finds like a melody that only he could make. He just makes it special.
Yeah,
and I feel like the record actually could have been bigger if 2 Chainz would have actually showed up. And again, you can't have a Hit Boy beat, get Roddy Ricch on your hook, and then
it got underwhelming. Like, he was the underwhelming part of it. And again, like, it pains me to say it because I don't want to feel like I'm shitting on Chainz, but I don't know if he's gotten to that point where he's not as excited about making music, or
Distracted. Who knows?
Distracted. Yeah, you know, he got we know he got tons of shit things going on. But when you get to that point, I think it's good to step away and come back with that new energy.
Fresh, yeah.
Come back reinvigorated. Come back re-excited and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not necessarily that you have something to prove, but you want to have something to prove to yourself that 7 albums in, 8 albums in, 9 albums in, you still deliver.
Right.
And I think there's also, I know the competitiveness of 2 Chainz, when they do that next Collie Grove album and he's rapping with Wayne, he's not going to be taking bars off.
Better not.
You absolutely better not get your ass whooped. Like your mother caught you cursing in school. You know what I mean? You're going to get your ass bust if you do that with Wayne. So I think that it's about making sure you play not to the level of your competition, but you play to your level, your skill set every trip.
It's play to the level of your potential.
Yeah,
man.
and I just don't feel like he did that on the joint. But it's a solid joint. Yeah. You know, like we said.
I thought it could have been a special joint.
It could have been a way better record.
It could be one of them. But it's not. I gave it an 8.
I gave it 7.5.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oof, Cream.
Pretty critical.
You critiquing like me today. I like this.
I'm not welcome at Escobar. I'm not welcome at the whatever other establishments he owns.
Bro, man.
Neighbors Know My Name. Feel like I've heard that title somewhere before.
Mr. Tremaine.
Yo, incredible record, yo. Trey Songz, Neighbors Know My Name?
Fire record.
Incredible record.
That album is actually tough, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, Reddy's a crazy album. Yeah, so, you know, obviously Neighbors Know My Name. I assume that he's going to follow suit of the record that we've already heard with the same title. It's a few places you could go with it, but, you know, I figured 2 Chainz fashion, he'll probably stick to the script.
Keep it safe.
Yeah, keep it safe.
How about the Laffy Taffy sample?
Then we hear the D for L Laffy Taffy sample.
Yeah.
So I don't have a love-hate relationship with Laffy Taffy, but Laffy Taffy is like the punchline of snap rap in that era and that sound.
Absolutely. It's
the go-to, right? It was a big record, successful for D for L.
Huge.
You know, shout out to all of them. But it's like a joke almost.
Right.
So to use that, to flip that, I thought was adventurous. And if you're gonna do it, can you do it right? Can you make it work?
Did
they make it work?
He's doing the rehash, right? Because the kids who are gonna flock to that record today weren't really around or outside when D4L was popping. So it's like, oh, this sounds familiar, but it sounds we can't really place it. So it's a 2 Chainz record.
Can't quite put my finger on it.
It's catchy, so it's like, you know, they're gonna gravitate to it. I don't really have a ton to say about this record, man.
Rest in peace to Shorty Low.
It's a short record. It's on the nose. He doesn't really give us anything really extra. We get it. This textual prowess, like, you know, he's laying it down. Cool. He's not even doing it. And this is why I'm saying, like, people always want to give my guy Pusha static for, like, always talking about coke. But I'm like,
here we go.
Again, if you could talk about the same topic in a very creative way over and over again, that shows skill.
I can't wait till this Pusha album show up.
Me too.
I know you can. I know.
Me too.
Yeah, I feel you on that though. He had a couple lines, at least on this one, that were amusing to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I laughed at it and I went back to she called me daddy, she don't even call it daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, funny. What else? Look at this guy.
It's toxic.
Maybach so big it came with the office and the secretary. You know, visual shit, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been in the back, you know, shit like that. Yeah. I leave the door unlocked just in case a best friend walk in.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah,
I bet you do.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
That. You never know.
If she walk in, it's all voluntary.
A good night could turn to
a great night.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that I would know anything about that.
Nah, not me. I keep the doors locked, man.
Yeah, I know. We know. So
very private person.
Where'd you land on this record?
7.5.
I landed on 7.5 as well. 7.5 as well. $1 million worth of game. I feel like I've heard that phrase title somewhere before. Have you heard that somewhere before?
A few places.
Couple places.
Yeah, a few places.
Yeah, man. This was another single off the project. Features 42 Doug out of Detroit. You got any feelings on 42 Doug?
Not really.
You familiar with any of the music?
Yeah. It's not for me.
Definitely not.
Not for me. I get the appeal. You know, these new artists, a lot of them, like, I actually like a lot of them outside of the music. Like, I fuck with their grind. I fuck with their story. You know, like, they're not speaking to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're like 20 years younger, completely different life. Even the street game is different, you know,
For sure.
for the 20-year-old now. You know what I'm saying, that it was when I was a kid. So, but I understand why Chainz wanted to have, you know, have him on his record. But it's just musically, it's just not fire.
He reached for like that generation. I think that was intentional because if you look at all of the features, right, it's pretty much all the new kids, you know, or that next crop of artists. You know, 42 Doug is somebody that a lot of people are saying is going to be one of the next ones. You know what I'm saying? Like
the beat was hard though. I mean, the beat's a little tough.
I actually got the beat was annoying.
Really?
Yeah, I was annoyed by the beat. Let's get into it. Like, let's play that $1 million worth of game.
Annoying.
42 Doug was going in though, for what he does. I felt like he was. I felt like he delivered. But the bottom is crazy. It's a trunk rattling joint, and I think Chainz actually spoke to wanting to make that. You know what I'm saying? Like wanting that to be the sound and wanting that to be the theme for the joint. But not one of my favorite joints. It's not for me. And again, man, a Chainz fan, I keep wanting and anticipating the album that I know he can make. $1 million worth of game. I gave it 7.
Same.
Okay, word up. Free BG.
Free BG.
Shout out to them hot boys. Shout out to all my peoples in that NOLA.
I miss BG. That boy had some shit.
So which album was it for you? Was it Chopper City or was it Chopper City in the Ghetto?
It was what was the Koch record? The one he did like,
the Koch record was fire.
That's my shit.
The Koch record was fire.
That's my shit.
I was actually making a joke because he made an album called Chopper City and then he made an album called Chopper City in the Ghetto. No, that too. He just added extra words. What is... Are these the same? Is this a deluxe? I thought he was doing a deluxe before the deluxe. Some made Chopper City in the Ghetto.
Oh man!
But yeah, the Koch album, like when he moved away from BG, the Hot Boys and Cash Money. Yeah. BG was on some shit.
BG got away from that Cash Money shit. Boy, that boy raps.
Juvenile has some shit too. Post Cash Money.
Absolutely.
Some of his best Haas is my favorite record, but some of his best absolute best records came after that moment. That movement.
He had another hit too.
Slow motion.
Slow motion. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Soldier Slim. Yeah. Slow motion might be. Nah, it's not his biggest record, but it's big.
No, Back That Ass Up.
Yeah, Back That Ass Up is his biggest record.
Is that his record?
It's all late records, but it's on his album. I was gonna say it's on his album, so you got the pub, but it went to Baby. It's Baby's biggest album. Oh man. Free BG.
Acting like I killed a baby.
Talk to me, B.
I mean, he's rapping on this. He actually rapping on this. I appreciated it, man. Clever lies. You know, he's bring that 2 Chainz wit, man. Like, you know, the concept. Number one, he's giving shout out to an underground legend. For sure. Right? Incarcerated, you know what I'm saying? That boy was a wild boy too. You ever been around BG?
No.
Oh, wait.
Thank goodness.
That's a wild boy. My brother knows the story, but I sat next to that dude one time in the whip. This dude spent literally 5 whole minutes looking for his lighter and dropped his pistol twice while looking for that shit, bro. But kept the conversation going, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as if he never dropped a pistol the first time. I'm like, yo, what is coming? Like, you out here dirty.
Y'all was in Nolan?
Huh?
Y'all was in Nolan?
It was in Atlanta, actually.
Oh, okay.
It was in Atlanta, actually. I think this is when Tip signed him.
Okay. You know them boys came straight out the street though.
The mud.
Yeah, like they got like the for real. Mud. Yeah.
Like those
Chopper City in the Ghetto.
Bruh, their projects are different from Cypress. You know what I'm saying? It's New York. Like it's different, man. But yeah, I fuck with BG heavy. Like my brother was a big BG fan, and like, you know, I started to appreciate his music more. My brother started getting down with him too. Cause I was always a dude. I was like, yo, why isn't the little kid from Cash Money rapping more? Like, he's nice. Wayne. Yeah, I was like, yo, this dude, he wasn't really saying shit, but like, yo, his delivery is crazy. He moves like a star.
I'm about to say, he was always a star.
He always stole. And then he started rapping. And I was like, whoa, okay.
Right.
I wasn't tripping. Like this dude. Anyway, but BG had bars. BG had records.
Hot Boys collective, stupid. Solid.
Yeah. I mean, Bling, forget.
Yeah, Hot Boys as a collective, they all, you know, the best parts of all of them came out in those records. Yeah. I got almost opposite feelings on this record.
Really? You don't like this record at all?
It's lazy as fuck to me.
Lazy as fuck? I disagree.
Hot Boys, Free BG. Like, that's so cliche almost.
Not even cliche. Nobody's doing it though. It's a homage.
It is, but it's done really lazily.
It's just it's a slow bop, but it's on purpose. He actually shows more thought on this than we have on the last 3 records we talked about.
Well, because there's somewhat of a concept there, but I still feel like it's lazy.
I just think it's a stanza, man. Like it's just a pocket that he's in. That's
it just gets
it just
repetitive.
doesn't do anything for you. I mean, it's a repetitive theme. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a theme, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely he's not like
the beat is cool. But I just feel like he didn't really.
I thought the beat was tough, man.
Yeah, I gave it a 7.5.
Oof, I give it an 8.5.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you fuck with it?
Yeah.
You want to get into it? Want to play it? Let's play it.
Let's play it.
Let's play it. The bounce is there. The bop is there. But because he took so much off on the bars, the PPP. Like, come on, bro. You better than that, bro.
I like that. But P's with PPP. I like that. I like it. It's super simple. You know that like they're gonna love that shit in Memphis, man.
Nah, they gonna fuck with it.
They gonna love that shit in Memphis.
But the bar is so low that can't be my barometer.
Because of Memphis?
Just because in general, the standard is set so low that just because they gonna love it doesn't mean that it's good. Because they take anything. All right, let's turn the volume up a little bit, man. Let's turn the energy up
10 bracelets?
a little bit. Yeah, let me sit up straight in my chair. Let me get my posture correct.
10 bracelets?
10 bracelets featuring Young Boy.
It's a lot of bracelets, man.
Pause. 2 Chainz is long, right? He's got long arms. He's tall. 5 on each wrist.
I'm not mad. Whatever.
How do you want to give it up? Get it how you live.
Yeah, whatever. You can Mr. T it.
I got one watch. I'm good.
I see it. Nice watch.
I got one watch. He wears 2, but he wears 2 chains. I see what you did there. I'm gonna leave it alone. He wears 2 chains. So why not 10 braces? One of my favorite joints on the project. Really like the beat.
Yeah.
The chorus is dope. I said it's not innovative, but it's the best we've heard so far.
It's like Buddha's actually providing like the best production on this album, man. Like
this is my favorite. This is my favorite beat, or one of my favorite beats, and it's overall one of my favorite joints.
Catchy hook.
Yeah,
all of that, right?
Yeah. It's like what I say about the chorus. It's not innovative, but it's the best we heard. Like it's catchy. Yeah. It does what it needs to do. When I first heard the sample as it was coming in, it instantly made me raise an eyebrow and pay more attention.
Right.
And it didn't let me down. And that's really what I've been waiting for. Right. Like, just don't let me down, bro. Like, live up to what I know you can do and what I believe you can do.
Right. What do you think about Young Boy Never's performance?
I thought Young Boy did all right on this record.
Did his thing, man.
Yeah.
He did his thing.
So my son is 14, right? So he's definitely into that. So he talk about Sincerely Control all the time. That's the latest Young Boy album. Okay. Talk about how crazy it is, how he's one of the best of the new guys or whatever.
Really?
And so when I heard this, I was like, oh, maybe I need to listen.
He's saying some.
Maybe I like listen more.
Because again, it's still some street shit, but like what he's saying, this is what you love about it, right? It's like, yo, you always talking about guns, blah, blah, blah. But it's like you could talk about street shit, you could talk about coke, but you can talk about it in a creative way. This dude's like giving us, like he's telling us about his personal stuff.
Yeah.
Homeboys that turn. Him looking out for him, he's bringing his ego in it, being prideful, family issues, and I'm like, bro, peel those layers back. You could talk about where you from, but give us a little more, go a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? Give us something that we haven't heard before.
Yeah. Did the Young Boy steal the show?
No, didn't steal the show because actually Chainz came through on this one.
Chainz was rapping on it. I'll say that he surprised me only because I don't listen to so much of his music. Right. I didn't have any preconceived notion going in. But I definitely like what I heard. And it's shit like that makes me go back and listen to other music from you, because now I know, there's capability there. Let me see what other joints you got. And there's tons of records we play on my radio show that I never listen to, but you know what I'm saying?
Rock the pills.
Now that I'll go back and check it out. What'd you get this joint?
8.5.
8.5. I gave it an 8.
Okay.
Because I'm mad critical.
Being stingy today. I like stingy Torae.
I'm mad critical.
I like the Pyrex is Jewish.
Today.
I like stingy.
You can't say that no more.
What?
Totally can't say that, yo.
Can't say Jewish?
Nah.
You cannot say Jewish.
Nah,
what do you say?
Well, in that term, they find it derogatory.
In that term, it's not even a real thing. How your Pyrex can't be Jewish?
When you say Jewish and stingy or anything about them being cheap or not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I didn't say stingy. It's like it's
it was coming off the stingy.
Conservative. Conservative.
Frugal?
Pyrex is conservative.
All right. Fuck around, that'd be a Pusha song.
It's a Pusha line. Pyrex is Jewish.
No, I said song.
Oh, God damn it.
Lost Kings. Content. I like when we get to content. It only took us 20 records to get here.
Sheesh, man. Thank God it wasn't 20. But Strong song, man. One of the strongest on the album.
For sure, for sure.
You know, powerful hook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got Dirk on there. Everybody does their thing. Everybody does their job.
Totally agree. Totally agree. Sleepy Rose, though. Sleepy Rose did the thing. Yeah. I'm 10,000% unfamiliar with Sleepy Rose.
Yeah, same. I was like, okay, what the I get Chainz. Let's start with Chainz, right? Mm-hmm. He paints that picture. He telling us about his family members.
Yeah, he telling us about homies that we don't,
we didn't know
popular
about.
People and people we don't know.
Lost loved ones. He's talking about giving us, staying by the airport and hearing the sirens and the planes over, like giving us that visual.
Yeah, imagery.
Imagery, man. We want that, man. It's like, this is what I love from Titty. Like, you can still give us that.
That's what you love from titties?
Yo, I said titty. Just one. Just one. It's a boob. One boob.
Just one boob. Just one solid titty.
One boob. That's all we need. One boob.
Just one area.
Right, nobody jumps from breast to breast. Like, you gotta have one.
Shit, I'm nobody then, nigga, because I jumps.
See? That's why my man on this. You see the civil act kids?
I'm a civil act child.
You see the civil act kids?
Oh, man, you guys crazy.
Bad.
But like it's like my DNA, despise a coward, shit like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I like shit like that. You already touched on some of the other lines and just the imagery of it all, man.
I was on the trampoline. I was on the triple beam. Like, I was working a triple beam. Like,
come on, look at this juxtaposition, right? What we doing?
I've been outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk that shit. I like it. Just do it in a creative way, man.
Yeah.
You're not saying nothing new, but it's in a creative way, man.
I have in capitals here more. I want more. This is what I want. I want more of this.
Yeah.
The point is, when you get to a certain point in your career and you make X amount of bread and you had X amount of hits, you can be a lot more free with your music, right?
Absolutely.
Go in, like 444, right? We talk about Hov. Hov thing, there's no single on there. You know what I'm saying? There's some records that were pulled from the album, Liberated, and they made video. Yeah. But it's not, we need a radio record. We need a record that's going to, I'm just going to give you these records. Yeah. I'm just going to give you these records. And if something hit, it hit. But that's not the intent. And I feel like 2 Chainz gave us a lot of records, attempts at radio, attempts at this. When you get, I feel like, this is just me. I'm speaking for myself. It's me, P, speaking for myself. I feel like 2 Chainz is accomplished enough that he could just give us the dope. You know what I mean? Give us the dope that don't sell itself. Because this record,
I feel like this was the album he was supposed to do that on. This was supposed to be the street brilliance.
But it's what I've been waiting for. It's not consistent. It's just flashes. It's flashes like we've gotten his whole career.
And the times where he could have been special, he doesn't come through. Like, that's the biggest crime.
Right. Yeah.
It's not like he had potential. You got Hit Boy. You paid for Hit Boy beat. You paid for a Dirk feature, right? You paid for all of this stuff. You paid for a Roddy Ricch hook.
You work in Def Jam Finance Department?
Maximize it. Or swapped it out, whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
I don't care if it was 80 conversations to make that happen. You invested some kind of energy into it.
For sure.
Capitalize on that shit. For sure. Be your best.
Flashes. It's flashes. 10 Bracelets is a flash of greatness.
Yeah.
Just Join is a flash of greatness.
Kings,
Lost Kings.
And again, back, again, Sleep. I don't know who this kid Sleepy is, but like, I love.
I'm paying attention.
I'm on. Yeah, got my ears perked. I'm on it.
And Dirk has been on the tear too.
Dirk is good. He's good. I need about consistency.
But he's gotten better.
Much better.
He's gotten better.
Much better.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna attribute that to Lil Baby.
Dirk made me become a fan. I was not like from a jump. Like,
I'm gonna credit that to G Herbo and Lil Baby. I feel like they make him step his shit up.
For sure. It's good company.
Where we at? Oh God.
Good company to be in.
Here we go. From highs to lows.
This record, boy.
Let me ask you this before we get into this really bad record. What's your favorite Chainz album?
My favorite Chainz album are mixtapes, man. Like the mixtapes are my favorite.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I'm a Cocaine Cowboys, all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, true.
I fuck with, I think best album body of work is probably, my favorite. I won't say best. My favorite is Pretty Girls Like Trap Music. It had just enough for everything. It had really good singles.
That's what good drink, right?
The hits, good drinks on there.
Yeah, that's
pretty good. I mean, not pretty good. It had the hits.
Vibe is still my shit.
It had the clubs. Yeah. It had radio shit, and it had content shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it just overall.
That was the easy part. We're banging that Wheezy hard. Like, come on, man. Pockets, man. Swinging on that shit, bro.
All in that pocket. He got tons of joints. He got tons of really dope records.
He can do it. He can
I'm saying
do
he
it.
don't got nothing else to prove. Just
and
give
this
us
is
that shit.
And this is why, like, it's fucked up for me because I know it's like an ebb and flow. In my brain, right, it's always like, all right, you were here. Like Dirk. Dirk has done this consistently.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm expecting everybody to do that. But it's like, my favorite Future record of all time is March Madness. That is a brilliant.
That's because it's his best record.
That is a brilliant record. So I thought, once I heard that, I was like, he's out of here. Like, he's going to be that next guy. He's about to step it up. And it was...
Nah.
Wiggy. It was not that.
I like that. I like Wicked, though.
I do like it, but my point, it ain't nowhere near March Madness.
March Madness
Wicked had to still grow on me,
pinnacle.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the height of where he's been.
Like, how was that like your 2014 record?
Great record.
Phenomenal record.
Great record.
Hasn't topped it in 7 years.
All right, so let's go to the Caymans, shall we? You're going to have to take off
you
have to take off your Beyonce coat for the Caymans.
Do we?
Yo.
Speaking of somebody say formation?
Right. Yo, Sway Lee ain't been the same since French.
What is going on?
Since French stole Unforgettable.
What is going on, man?
Sway Lee ain't been the same, bro. He's been chasing that record. It's one of the biggest records, period, in the last decade, right?
Yeah.
It's past Diamond. Right. It's huge. It's a global, international.
No, it got French living in Calabasas.
It's just one of those ones. That was that boy record, though.
Lost record, man.
Yeah, that boy lost that record.
He's still in the tarmac.
Hey.
Yeah.
They forgot him. They forgot him. Unforgettable. Yo, he ain't been the same since he lost Unforgettable. Because this record right here
should have not been on this album.
This record it's not the best Sway Lee we've heard.
This is not even the best. Yeah, it's one of the weakest records on the album, man. I was like, it's just pointless. I don't even have a lot of negativity to say about it. Like,
it should just not have made the album. It should have just not made the album.
I mean, I agree.
Unfortunately, there's another.
Yeah.
I mean, without even, I have a homie that's been on. I don't even want to give too much away than people, internet detectives. I have a homie that has a way higher profile than they have a bank account. We know a few. And it's so unfortunate because, like you said, people expect you to have money, and you're so famous. Yeah. You almost so famous that you need to travel with security, right? But you can't afford to.
Can't afford it.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
That's crazy. Like, you think about that concept. You've been all over billboards and on the subways and all of this, right? So people instantaneously recognize your face, but you haven't made the money enough to afford the lifestyle that needs to come with that level of fame. It's crazy. So when I hear that chorus, right, and it's so compelling, I wish that we could have delved into that more, because that's a real thing.
Great starting point.
Yeah, I get that record a 7.5.
You see.
Word. All right, let's
get to it.
Let's get into this, man.
Let's get to it.
The title alone makes you pay attention. Vlad TV.
Absolutely.
Yeah, B.
So is this like marketing for Vlad TV, or like are they really like shitting on Vlad TV? I can't tell, because, like, you give
it's both.
You give power to the name,
of course,
by titling. It's like Scotty Beam, right? Like, you give her more notoriety when you make her the title.
She had it already.
But it gives more, is what I'm saying.
Nope, not from me. It was the same level of notoriety.
It's other fans besides you, Torae.
I'm only fans, nigga.
I like it, brother. It's gotta be right. It's gotta be right. It's only. I'm only fans.
Shout out to Scotty V.
I'm only fans.
Hey, congratulations to Scotty, man. She's doing amazing things. But yeah, man, it's both. It's both, because you name, whether you like Vlad or not, whether you believe in what he does or not, whether you support what he does or not, and if you want to denounce it, titling, the best way to not give anything attention is not pay attention to it. This is not to blow it up. But once you give something attention, you bring eyes to it, you bring ears to it. If you title your song Vlad TV,
or they're doing the responsible thing and putting street dudes on notice, don't go on Vlad.
But it's making it bigger. It's still making the brand bigger.
Right, but it's also correcting. It's also self-correcting as well.
Sure. Yes. I said it's both.
Vlad will get some interviews. Okay, fine, whatever. But, like, I think
motherfuckers still gonna go sit on Vlad's couch no matter what you say.
Right. I think the concern is that, like, don't stop dudes from going on Vlad's couch, but stop dudes from telling on themselves on Vlad's couch. Stop indicting yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really the problem.
if somebody got to tell you not to do that, then you might be in the wrong line.
I mean, most niggas in the street are dumb. I mean, like, come on now. It's not like
why do they don't walk into the precinct and say I did it though?
Oh no, they do. They how you think Smurda got caught, bro?
Well, yeah, but this
rapping with my guns on the Instagram, like, what are you talking about? They are walking into the precinct. They're walking into the precinct.
I forget the exact line, but Hov said, when I was Instagrams, the last thing you wanted was your picture taken. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That was a bar. That was a bar. Shout to
Instagram.
Right.
Woo.
Picture taken. Instagram. But I digress. This is lyrically the best song on the album.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down. Because it's actually all lyricists.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah,
man.
Shout out to Stove God Cook.
Only thing is, all right, so Stove Guy's my guy. Love him. Right? He's just outlandish, right?
Very much so. You saw what I did to him on Sway, though, right?
You saw what?
You saw what I did to him on Sway?
No. What? Oh, you mean y'all rap together?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not how put
I'm chef. Can I chef?
I think I saw it. I was like, yo, boy, put your walk down right now, man. Put your walk down right now. That's actually funny. We need to bring that back too. Woo! Anyway, don't do Aaron like that.
No,
man.
I like Aaron.
Don't do Aaron like that.
I like Aaron Cooks. I love Stove God Cooks.
Don't do Aaron like that, man. Yeah, but he had to put on a costume now, to beef it up, and it's been entertaining. You know what I'm saying? But I don't even think Stove God nor Chainz has the best verse on the song.
No, not at all.
I don't even know.
Stove God got the and I'm not trying to like he would. I don't even be rapping like that. So there's no disrespect to something.
He don't even be rapping. He be preaching and shit.
I like Reasonable. I love Reasonable Drought.
I love Reasonable Drought.
So I'm definitely not trying to play something, but.
Sold a half a brick in the parking lot. Hallelujah. Whoever rapped last
went crazy.
Bro.
Went crazy.
Oh, bro.
You ever heard somebody go crazy?
Bro.
Simba went crazy.
I watched my cuz drop out of USF to be like BMF. Set up a kitchen set in grandma's basement and started whipping wet. Granny asking, what's that smell? It's soap. I've been on CBS. Dog food, Granny. I got my pedigree from DMX.
Come on, man.
That's how he sets it off. Who are you, sir?
Yo, Finn, can we get into that? Can we break that down?
Get that, bro.
The soaps on CBS is crazy.
The soaps on CBS. Why is the soap relevant to the kitchen though, Tor?
Come on, you already know what's going on with. You already know what
they doing in the kitchen, man.
You know what they cooking up, man.
Oh my!
You know what they cooking up, and then the pedigree DMX is that's dog food. It's dog food, right? What's dog food? If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Well, so when you speak pedigree, that ties you into dog. You're already talking dog food, but he talking about his pedigree, but he got it from DMX. Yo.
Double and
that's a triple. He juggling.
Yikes.
He went crazy. Son, I ran that verse back so many times.
Son, I was like, yo, who is this? Who is this?
I found his Instagram.
Oh, you did?
I'm
soon to get off. I'm like,
so what's your gram, bro?
Another fan, me.
Yeah. Nah, he went crazy.
What are your mixtape? Who you rap like? It's just like when I found 38 Special. I was like, okay, who's this? I need to go do the knowledge. I need all your mixtapes and see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. We want to know if this is a fluke or if you really. It can't be a fluke.
Bruh.
It can't be. It can't. Not rapping like that.
Because he kept going. Nah, that whole verse.
Yeah, he went crazy. It's stacked. He went crazy. Yo, run that back, man. This is literally how I listen to this song. Every time I listen to this song.
I watch my cuz
his tone. Wait, break on. Stop the record.
Talk to him, Tor. Get excited. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, rapping like that, he might not do many interviews. You know what I mean?
Son.
He might be outside.
Still.
For real.
Still.
He went so foolish on this verse. What's our shit? Like, don't take a line off, right?
Son.
There are no lines taken off.
No vacation.
Shout out to our family, no bars off.
There's no vacation.
There's no lines taken off. Let's go. Let's get into this.
Heron broke it down to O's. The code word is HBO.
What?
Niggas
What? Down to O's. Stop the fucking record. Stop the record. Why is the record still playing?
The code word is HBO.
Heron broken down to O's. The code word
is HBO.
I heard you, fam.
Yeah.
Fam, I heard you.
New fan.
Yeah, nah, he went crazy.
New fan.
He went crazy. 2 fans. You know what I mean?
2
Too fast. Nah, he went crazy. He went crazy. That whole like second after he gave you all this shit, and you know what I really love about how he went from the dog food to the DMX to the Rough Riders to the lot. Like he kept the thread going. And when he finished that, he gave you the new math.
Give you some math.
He gave you
some math.
Was that Foxy Brown math?
No, it wasn't Foxy Brown.
Nah, man.
That was official. That was good math.
That was good mathematics.
Good
man.
mathematics.
That was good mathematics. That was that Stephen Hawkins. You know what I mean? Yeah, nah, he went crazy. He went crazy. Best verse on the album. Amazing.
Best verse on the album is not by 2 Chainz.
Yeah. Kudos to that.
You heard it here first.
I watched the nigga go on Vlad TV.
I would love to get more of these on 2 Chainz project. You know, obviously just a hard beat and some fucking rapping with the only intention to be some
the best verse on the song.
Yo, who won? Who gonna take the gold? Yeah. Who gonna take the silver? Who gonna take the bronze?
Who want the gold blender?
Yeah, like you know what I liked about Chainz's verse? The nod to Luda. Because I feel like there's been so much friction. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was classy.
It's a witty line, man.
Yeah.
Clever line.
And just just to show Luda love.
Bitch like Luda.
You know what I'm saying? Like dope joint. Favorite joint on the project.
100%.
That's why I had to take back my original 8.5.
Gotcha.
And move that down to an 8 because this is my. What would you give it?
I give it a 9.
Give it a 9.
Yeah,
I could. You know what? I'm gonna. This is gonna happen here in real time. In real time, I'm turning my 8.5 into a 9. It's a 9.
But we talk so much about the best part of the song, which is lyricism. Like, but the beat
is crazy. The beat is crazy.
It's different from everything else on the album. Yo. It's almost like Welcome to Jam Rock. It has like a roots vibe to it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like they could have had a fucking reggae hook. It would have still worked, man.
I mean, it got so much elements. It feel like it. It feel like it. Like if you in Jamaica and this come on, it don't feel foreign. It's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you watch where you at if you in Jamaica and you hear this song. It's dangerous. It might get dangerous.
The booyakas are real.
It might get dangerous real quick.
The booyakas are real.
Yeah, so that's a 9. That's a 9 for me, man. Favorite joint in the project. Ooh. Everybody went crazy on it.
All right, and we're at the last stop.
Nope, I've already got off the train.
You cannot go. You can't go.
What you mean? I left. Can't go. I've stayed in Jamaica.
It's great adventures, bro. The ride ain't done. You can't get up to the ride's finished.
Who sequenced this album? Who said, you know what? After we come off of this masterpiece of a record,
let's go to Jacquees.
Yo, let's throw the Jacquees joint on last.
Jacquees is fire too, bro.
This is not even. I was in the studio with Jacquees a couple months ago. He played some incredible records.
Jacquees is hard.
He played some incredible records. Super talented.
And he sounds good on this.
He the king
I just don't understand this record. Like
he the king of R&B.
I just don't understand this record.
He the king
at the end of after
king
after Vlad TV.
R&B.
You know what I'm saying?
Reezy and Bonsu R&B. Yo, the sequencing makes absolutely no sense. That's the way you end your album. Like, Dope Ain't Gonna Sell Itself is the title of the album. It's the thread all through that song. Right. That's how you end the album on a super high.
Super high, man.
You know what I'm saying? To end it with the Jacquees record, which is not only not the strongest, one of the stronger records on the project, but it's just ill placed.
Out of place.
It's ill placed. It should be way higher in the track listing. But it also happens to be, I think, one of my least favorite records on the project.
It is
in general
because it sounds like 2 Chainz is over the album.
Bro, coming off that record, you set yourself up for failure, by the way. If you want me to, featuring Jacquees, I have questions. What is the purpose of this song? Is this the chick song? Is it the radio song? What is the purpose? What is the intention? What is the intent of this particular record?
It's a chick song
that
he was hoping could get picked up with the spins. Like, you know, they would start playing in this and then give it some steam.
Why did you put this the last on the album then?
I mean, I don't think it's that record, period. I don't care where it's placed. I don't think this record would be that anyway. But yeah, it just makes even less sense to be at the end, especially like you said, after Vlad TV. Does not make sense, man.
Yeah.
Like that's not even the vibe of the album to end it off like that.
Yeah, it's just a weird record. That's why I'm like, what's the purpose of the record?
Because what we haven't been talking about, like he got his man doing like these little skits throughout, just to kind of keep us in like that trap element.
Right.
And we ended with some little, you know, what you can do to a chick's body. It's like I don't get it.
I like the fractured wrist line. Slap the ass so
That's
hard.
funny.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's
Two Chainz is witty. Yeah, he's witty. He's witty. You know, I don't want to sit here, especially after we praised the Vlad TV record so much. I don't want to sit here and shit on this last record. Definitely one of my least favorites. I gave it a 7.5. I think that had it been higher in the track listing, I still would have gave it a 7.5.
Right, but I appreciate it more.
I would have the album would have left me feeling good. I'm gonna go do my Googles on the Major though.
Same, bro.
I need to hear more joints.
We following him. He has 2 new fans. He'll be, he's gonna know about Hard Earned as well.
For sure. Shout out to Scotty Meme. All right, we up out of here, man.
If you want respect, you gotta earn it. Damn right.